Podcast with your hosts, Platinum Cash and Big Mo. Can y'all actually see us and hear us this time? That's good. I see we're live though, so hopefully people that start tuning in on the chats can let us know they can actually hear us with the music in the background. I'm gonna stop it here in a minute. Um, we are back again for another week. Blessing. Thank you, God. We got a recap of some stuff that happened on here this last week. Real quick, getting into it, Mo. We had the playoffs here locally, and those capped off the 3A, or not 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A. We actually caught some of the 4A. What do you got to say about those games for boys and girls? Real quick, shout out to them. Congratulations to the champions in the 4A, 5A, 6A boys and girls. We did in our group here in the 4A had a back to back with Baker. So congrats to that guy and his boys there back to back doing it big. So what do you got to say about that little bit there about the playoff tournaments here locally?
Oh man, I thought it was some pretty good basketball. With some very very athletic people, is how I can say it, girls and boys, both sides. Definitely shout out to State in the number two seed, and 4A beating the number one seed. They're in the same division, so I thought that was actually pretty good from a girl's perspective. And Baker boys, man. What a game. Your prediction when it was gonna come down to the last 4 minutes, and they blew it open in the 3rd quarter, man.
Man, based on the first half, I mean that's what I assumed was going to happen. The game was close. It was 29-25 at the half. Um, but Baker came out. The senior son Jones came out in that fourth quarter. I think he had 14. I almost thought he scored like 10 straight. Like for a minute, he was unstoppable. And I was like,
That
dang,
kid
he out here just getting buckets. He said, I'm about to go ahead and get another one.
that kid was amazing, man. He was amazing to watch, actually, so, yeah, he was amazing, and hopefully he gets picked up somewhere, be able to play at the next level, but I
Yeah.
actually thought he was really good.
Yeah, and his bro started the game off good with an alley oop right off the back. So he really made sure people knew he was really athletic, and you better watch out because he's coming for the dome. And he had another one, and I thought we had the fast break. I thought he was about to give us something like a slam dunk contest, but I think he had just gone too hard. His legs gave out on that last one.
Yeah, it
So,
did. He even knew it too after he missed it, he was like, "Yeah, I can't jump no more."
man, I was I
Um
was I was like, man, I'm about to stand up if he about to do something the way he started the game off. But yeah, once again,
It was
congrats to them. Congrats to those guys.
it was entertaining, and man, the 5A championship between Summit and LaSalle. What you think about that, man?
Man, that's almost like the game for the Duke and UNC when the dude just stepped in on the free throw line and he got the violation. That's horrible. The foul on the last second heave is just as bad. Like just it would
That's
go to
heartbreaking,
overtime.
man.
Just let him shoot
That
it. It's going to
yeah, that
overtime. We're tied. Like
yeah,
what did
that
you
that's
not talk about in the huddle?
yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there, man. Like, you come back, you tie the game, and to foul somebody on a half court or a 3/4 court heave, right? Not even a three-point attempt. He was just throwing it up and hoping that it go in. To foul somebody on that is one of the worst things you can do in sports in general, man.
It's got to be horrible for that kid in the locker room. I just got to
Oh,
say that.
man, he has to live with that. That's the tough part. It's not only gonna be locker room, but you gotta go to school tomorrow,
That's a
right?
lifetime. That's the Al Bundy story right there. Man,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? We would have won a championship if it wasn't named in the foul. And
yeah.
now
I
that
that's a tough one, man. Like, I don't wish that on any kid, to have to go through such, toughness there, but,
ooh,
I think, kudos to them for getting there, but man, that's a tough way to lose a game.
yeah, that would be brutal. Now got we're in the college ranks right now going on with March Madness today. They busted out the brackets. This is big bracket Sunday for women and men's basketball. Starting with the men's basketball, did you get a chance to check out the bracket?
Can we talk about the tournaments this weekend, like
Oh, the conference
the
tournaments
co
leading
the
up to the
conference
brackets?
tournaments before you
Okay.
get into the brackets? Because I actually thought it was some really good basketball this weekend, man. I
What
didn't
what was your
I had
favorite game?
I had nothing to do this weekend, by the way. So I think once my basketball season ends, um, I start to realize that I have a lot of time on my hands. So I literally just laid around and watch hoops for the whole weekend, pretty much between there and me going to watch high school basketball. But that Wisconsin game, them in Michigan State, that was a crazy, crazy ending. You got a guy that shoots a 91% free throw shooting, and he missed both of them, right? Luckily, and luckily Michigan State goes down and turn the ball over. I don't think it was a foul at the end. I think it was a clean swap. But that was tough. And then topping it off with that Michigan game, bro. Ooh, that was just some really good Big Ten basketball, man.
Hey,
Really
sometimes
good.
sometimes in the month of March takes a little bit of magic and a little bit of
Yeah,
luck.
there's a lot of magic there in that
And
game.
here you know what's crazy is why does it always just wait till March to happen?
You know what? I think it
Isn't it
happens.
weird? Is it
I
weird or
I
is we they just not they don't let it blow it up until March?
I was about to say that. I actually think it happens throughout the year because I've seen some.
But it's
As a
only like
coach,
one
you,
or
you
two
don't
here or
get to
there.
watch a lot. Yeah, you don't get to watch a lot of basketball. When you're coaching and stuff because you're so busy. But the little bit of basketball I did watch throughout the year, it was actually pretty competitive. But I think some of the craziness though just always tends to happen now, which is you
Like
know
the most insane shots are made. You're making like shots you ain't never thought you could make before. So now all of a sudden you're
yeah.
making them, right? And then you got people with teams that you was losing early in the year. All of a sudden you go on this run and you're beating teams you should have been beaten before, but they were just blowing you out. Now all of a sudden you're on a run and you're just beating teams and you win it. And so now you're on your way to the what you might
But
be playing for the 16 seed, but
but you know
you
what? There's just something. There's something about knowing this can be your last game, your last chance, your last moment. There's
one shining
something,
moment.
right? Like, and some of those kids take it to heart, right? Those coaches do a really good job at preparing them. Um, but then there's just some crazy mistakes that happens as well, right? Like you was talking about Friday, the Duke and North Carolina game. Um,
Luckily they
I
still got in.
I saw that highlight about 5 different times over the weekend, and I still cannot pinpoint what that guy was doing.
Trying to juke
So
this
I
guy
really
out.
wish but I kinda wish that he would, like, interview and just take us through that
He
moment.
did talk. He did talk. I heard him talk.
We shoulda tried to get him on the podcast. We ain't got the NIL funds, but we shoulda tried. Just to take us through that
Be like,
moment,
man, I got some
right?
extra views for you. That's all I can give you. I ain't got no extra stuff for you.
Just take us through that moment, but that was unbelievable, and like you said, luckily they got in, um, but that was just unbelievable.
I did watch some games this weekend as well. My favorite one of the weekend, I don't even know. I don't think I really had a favorite one over the weekend. There was some really good ones. Um, but what I did notice is a lot of the upsets over some ones that were supposed to have won, especially in the SEC. But now they got Florida picked as the number one to win it all in a lot of
But but
brackets.
but the question is, I mean, was it upsets in the SEC? I mean, because if you look at, like, how some of
Based
it.
on ranking and seeded in the tournament, yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you looked at just rankings, but it sounded like that those teams had I mean, Florida had already beat Auburn at Auburn, right? And then Tennessee had already bounced, had already won. So it's they play each other 2 times throughout the year and sometimes in tournaments depending on, how you stack up even though you're trying to avoid it, and it seems like that they were all still beating each other throughout the year,
Yeah,
right? So
that's more than likely why they got 14 in.
yeah, I mean to get 14 teams in you only got 16 teams in your conference, bro.
Exactly.
you only got you got 16 teams in your conference and you get 14 teams in the NCAA tournament. That's unbelievable, man.
So that when they're interviewing the guy that that the director is over the picks the board or whatever they're picking the teams. He said, "We have 14 teams, and this is the first time ever we've had 14 teams from the same conference. So it's kind of hard to put them in the same seedings and place them in different regions so that they're
Yeah.
not having to play each other right away."
Well, because the rule of thumb is you don't supposed to be able to play anyone within your conference until you get to the round of 16.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the NCAA rule of thumb. But um I think that's gonna change actually this year.
Well, you mean after this just happened, they're gonna have to change it?
Well, because I think there's one group that has a possibility of playing each other in a second round.
Correct. So that's what they
Um,
said. It was impossible to not have that really happen. So they had to do their best with it. That's why you see
yeah,
some SEC teams that are ranked higher than they should be ranked because they had to
yeah.
put them in certain spots. Like I
I
thought
mean,
Wisconsin got gypped. You win it, you win the Big Ten. I
yeah.
mean, I'm
That
not
that's
not Wisconsin, but Michigan. You win it, and then you don't get a higher seed.
Michigan's I actually think they penalized Michigan. I mean, last year they was 8-24, right? And now you have a winning season this year. I do think that they factor history
I think they did that too.
when they're given rankings and stuff. Because what Michigan get a 5 seat, if my
Yeah,
memory serves me
yeah.
right.
They got a 5.
That no one wants a 5 seat because 5-12 matchups are always chaotic, right?
At least 2.
And no one knows what can happen, but they got that 5 seat. They can potentially face Auburn in the Sweet 16 if they can make it that far, right? They got to go through Texas A&M or Yale. Can't sleep on Yale. They always tend to upset someone in the first round. Um, but that's a tough one. You win a big yeah, you win the Big Ten, and which is one of the powerhouse conference if you sit back and think about it, right?
Yeah,
You win that only to get a 5 seed, and then the team that you beat got a 1 or a 2 seed.
correct. They got a 3.
Wisconsin
Wisconsin
got
was
a
a
three
3.
seed.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
that's a tough one, man. I mean, yeah, that just shows that it doesn't matter if you win your conference. It's all about what you do throughout the year, right? Like I think that's what it shows more
Well,
than
is it?
anything.
I mean, North Carolina was 1 and 6, 7, 12 or something. 1 and 12 against
North
top
Carolina
tier.
got it. North Carolina got in because of history.
That's what I was about to ask you that.
They didn't get in. They didn't get in because of what they did this year. I mean, they got in they're in the ACC, which is to me this year was the third hardest conference. I actually thought the Big Ten in the SEC was by far the top two,
What about
and
you thought
then
ACC was next after the Big 12?
I thought they was third after the Big Ten. I thought the Big Ten with them bringing in Oregon and and those teams was just. I mean, I actually thought it was really good.
Wasn't the Big
Um,
East third though with 5? I think Big 10 had 8. Big East had 5.
Yeah, yeah. The Big East is historically right. Like that's all history when you talk about the Big East, right? But at least it's a
Well,
play-in.
St. John ain't been doing what they doing in a long, long time.
Well, that's Rick Pitino, man. That's not.
Shout out to the Patinos.
That's
Dad and son are both in the field of 64.
yeah. That's not St. John's, man. That's Rick Pitino and his coaching. It doesn't matter where that guy goes. He's a coach, man. I mean,
And they both and shout out to them. They both got the opportunity to be coach of the year in their conferences.
yeah, yeah,
That'd be cool stuff.
which is awesome. I mean, St. John's go from a team that didn't even make the tourney to being a number 2 seed. That
Yeah,
just shows you
which I
how
thought this should have been a 1 seed on my end. I thought
I mean, yeah, agree to this. I mean, if anybody, it can jump
two
Houston.
two SECs.
Yeah, but the SEC, I mean, again, both of those two SECs has been 1 and 2 throughout the whole year in the APs,
Yeah.
respectively, right?
So now that you see the brackets out, who you got in your final four and possibly winning it all?
Well, we already know I'm a fan of Duke, right? Like that's a no-brainer. So one of my brackets is definitely going to have Duke going all the way. There's no doubt about it. I'm just, you know,
Let me
I
see.
thought I would pick a new
Can't
team
really
after
see.
Coach K left, but I decided not to. So we already know that's why I'm going with the Devils. So,
Oh, to win it all?
um, of course. Why would I pick them not to win it all?
What if he ain't 100%?
You know,
And
if
what I mean by he is Cooper Flag.
yeah, yeah, if Cooper's not playing, I mean, I still think Duke has the he's gonna play. Let's put it that way. If he's not
Oh,
100%,
man.
um,
He playing at 70%.
I think Duke still has a chance, right? And no, it doesn't matter if he's on the floor or not. And I think Duke just proved that in the ACC tournament how powerful they can be. So kudos to them, man, and shout out to those guys. But I mean, they're he's probably gonna play 50% of the game this week, but they play Friday. Probably gonna play 50% of that game, and then he'll be ready for that
They're
second
a one
round.
seed.
Where
Why you gonna play that game? Why you gonna play in that game? I don't.
well,
Why?
because because he hasn't been up and down the court. You got to put him in. So it's on when someone's been hurt, you got to put him in. You got to let him get up and down the court, man. You have to. You can't say we're gonna sit you out this game, and then we want you to go 100% against Baylor or Mississippi
No,
State.
that's why you have practice.
Nah, that's not how it works, bro. Game reps and practice rep ain't the same.
It depends on your second team.
Come on, man. Come on, we know
Hey,
game reps
so
and
somebody's second team could be somebody's starters, and a lot of times you never
yeah,
know. So
yeah, but
they
it
give good.
still ain't the same. You know it ain't the same. Come on now. You know just as well
I
as
don't
I
I don't
know.
know I don't know if I risk that though. I mean, who they got in the first round? Who Duke play?
It depends on who wins out of the
High
16
Point.
seed play-in.
Who?
Yeah, it may be High Point. I think.
Well,
Let me check.
I might need to double check. People in the chat, yeah, somebody might have found it and said something.
I'm checking right now. They're TBD, so they get High Point or someone else.
Yeah, who? If you're on the
Well,
chat,
who
who
do
y'all
I
got
got
going this
playing
year? Who
here?
y'all got in the Final
Hold on.
Four? Who y'all got winning it? Shoot, I got to go with my team, even though they had an up and down year. We trying to three-peat, trying to get that three-peat on. It's gonna be a tough one. You know when you got a team though you want to root for so bad, you like, man, I gotta. No, they ain't gonna get it this year. They ain't gonna do it. So
You can not. You,
d-
but you
d-
know what?
when the money
Last
on the
time they
line,
won,
when the money on the line, you bet for real.
hey,
I mean, you pick
last
for
two
real.
time they've been in, last two time they've been in the tournament, they've won it. But
Yes,
Duke got to play the winner out of American and Mount St. Mary's.
Mount St. Mary's.
I let him get up and down the court a couple times just to get a feel for it because he's getting stem, ice,
Start the game
all of that
or off the
craziness.
bench.
That depends. I mean, it depends on him, right? If he feels good, let's start him, right? If he don't feels good, and then you don't start him. That depends
You know
on him,
what?
though.
So they play next what Friday?
They play Friday.
Oh yeah, he's playing then. He's got a whole
They
nother
got the
week.
Friday game. Yeah, I mean, he just sat out. It's been a whole 2 weeks almost.
Yeah, he'll be good. He only 17, so he'll bounce back.
Oh, quickly, man. He's getting all of that treatment and stuff, man. He probably was good enough to go in the ACC championship game,
Yeah.
but like again, that was a precautionary holdout. That's the
Yeah.
right thing to do. But I don't know if you hold him out in the NCAA tournament because it can take a couple games, right? And you don't want that couple games to be against somebody challenging. Second round,
Makes
Mississippi
sense.
State, potentially, or whatnot. So you don't want that game, that get back game, to be against a challenging opponent.
Man, who I got winning it? Everybody has Florida winning. A lot of people. I don't saw.
I think it will be Duke and Florida in the
Ooh,
championship. I do think Duke Florida gets there. Um,
who do you see as a big, jeez, biggest upset up in here?
I've been trying to figure that out for a couple days, for a couple
I was like
hours
a couple
now.
days. You already
Oh,
got
well,
the stuff.
obviously, I've been trying to figure it out for a couple days because I'm sitting here trying to figure out, all right, these guys just won their conference, they in, right? Like I
I'm
think
like,
my guy
dang.
had me watching like Alabama State or somebody recently, and I was like, nah, they ain't gonna upset nobody. So,
I was like, dang, you got the inside scoop.
man, hey, I don't know, man. Like when you sit back, here's the thing: we laugh about it, but Purdue. has lost to a 13, 15,
No,
and
I
12
don't laugh
seed.
about that because,
Um,
jeez,
the only time that they've advanced is when they were a 1 seed. So now
really?
the so yeah, the only time they've advanced to the next round is when they were a 1 seed.
Mm.
So if you go by that history, hell, they might lose the High Point. They might lose the High Point, man. If you go by that history, they might lose the High Point,
Let's
bro.
see. My biggest upset. 12-5. There's always an upset at 12-5.
You're right.
At least one
There
or two.
there's gonna be one, and you know who I think that's gonna be Colorado State over
Miffin.
Memphis.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but they also had mentioned that.
I think that's the 12-5 upset. I don't see Liberty beating Oregon. I actually think Oregon has the opportunity
Well, you know where I'm going, so I'm going for Liberty no matter what. I don't care if they
to
do
knock
lose,
off,
but
dude. Yeah, I know at heart you going for Liberty, but I'm just saying in reality, I think Jackson is playing really, really good basketball right now. I do think the upsets are going to come from the 11 this year. I don't think it's going to be the 12. You'll get one 13 upset, and then you'll get you'll probably get two 11 seeds. I do think VCU over BYU. I'm calling that now. So when it happens,
oh, you calling VCU over BYU?
I am.
Ooh, defense versus offense.
Hey,
Here's what I don't understand: why Kentucky get such a high seed? They weren't that good in the SEC. But once again, I think because they had so many teams, they had to bump them up.
you know, they get a 3 seed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. UCLA, Utah State.
I mean,
You,
at the end of the day, I
that's
don't
what I
think they
say.
move them. I don't think they should move them around because of conference.
Well, you know
I
what?
mean,
I think Kansas might lose to Arkansas. Did you see the next round of that one? You know who they want to
I,
have? Patino
y-
and what's his name
yeah,
in the
yeah.
second
You talking
round?
about Patino and
Arkansas.
Calipari?
Yep.
I mean, yeah,
You know
Kansas. That's
they're
a
getting the
7-10.
storylines all together. They know what they're doing. Money, money, money. Here's the good thing about NCAA is their product. They got a great product and it sells to everybody every year, and it's always great, and
Well,
it never fails. No
that's
matter what
because the
teams you
script
throw
is
in there.
always different, bro. The script is always different. It's not the professional athletes, right? Like these are 17, 18, 19, 20, in some cases 24 years old, depending on how who they are. But these are young athletes that don't know what the script is, right? At the end of the day, they all trying to make a name for themselves to
I,
get to the next
yeah,
level.
but now they're getting paid. You know, the script could change. The narrative could be different. It could be watered
I
down.
I don't
It
think
could
it can,
it
man.
couldn't be the same. That's what I mean. But that's what I like. NCAA is always good. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't matter if you don't have a team in the skin of it at all. You're still gonna go and pick teams. And you're
yeah.
still gonna watch the games because you're still gonna be like, oh, I got to be involved in this because everybody else is involved in this.
Well,
And
because
it's
everybody, every time this tournament comes up, the best player is never the best player at the
correct.
end, right? Someone
And they're
always
usually not the
gets
one that
named
wins the
and
championship
stuff.
either.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only reason I'm hesitant with Duke, even though that's my squad. Um, for that reason, because they usually don't always win a championship. You're 100% right. But man, that Duke team before Flag got hurt, boy, they was playing at a level. They was blowing teams out by 30, and I'm sitting there looking at them
Yeah, they're top three in offense and defense.
like that. That's pretty impressive.
But you want to know who's the top two?
Who that?
Florida.
And both. I knew Florida defense was real.
Maybe
They're
they're not in
also.
offense. Maybe they might not be in offense. But I
I
know
knew
they're
their
pretty
defense was
close.
number
They're both
one.
probably in top. Hey, when y'all, I don't Google all my stats. So don't ever quote me on all my stats. If y'all out there listening,
Yeah,
you
but
might
you
kind
know
of be
what?
at a.
What was crazy?
You could challenge my stats because that could be off.
I was watching Florida cut down the nets today. Did you see that 7'6" dude didn't even get on the ladder to cut down the net?
He didn't even play.
No, he's redshirting this year. I thought,
Seven
but he
six.
but he was dressed. 7'6", bro.
That's
He
crazy.
just held his hands
That
up.
dude,
Scissors.
that dude at 2 was literally 4'4". Don't ask me how
Seven
I know. I just made that up too. So,
7'6", bro.
so don't like once again. Don't ask me for no stats. I'm just making stuff up. But I'm assuming he was very tall at 2 years old.
7'6", 17, 18-year-old kid.
Okay, check. I was, you know how you go through the reels. You do your TikTok. I go through my reels.
Yep.
There is a dude in 4th grade that was dunking. Now this stuff can't be real, or your kid need to go to school and start learning and stop flunking. Because there's no way the dude is 6'8" in 4th grade. You are not 6'8" and dunking in 4th grade. And if y'all listening and you are the parent, please feel free to message or call in or
Birth
something, because
certificate check, bro.
there was no way.
There's no way you're 6'8" in the
And,
4th grade.
and the dude said, dude, I guess on the little thing was like, "What are these kids eating? No, what are they not? Not what are they not doing? Like unless he came from Africa, no."
You're 6'8" in the 4th grade. I'm probably moving you to Europe because they have the best basketball academy schools
Once
there is.
again, when I adopt my child from Africa, who will be 6'8" in 4th grade,
So
just
so
saying,
that's
just
your
saying.
plan? Sit
Hey,
6'8" in the 6'8" in the 4th grade. That's your plan?
Marcus Jr.
Oh.
Hey, hey, trying to help each other out here. That's what we're
So
doing.
so who you got winning, man? You still ain't
Oh
say who you
man.
had winning. You're being around the bush.
Oh shoot. I don't. It's tough. It's tough. You got the backcourt. See, a lot of these teams that are ranked high have a lot of older players on those teams.
Yeah, but you do know you rarely ever get it right. So who you got? Let's just be honest with the chat. You rarely get it right. So stop talking like you sitting there
Uh,
talking like,
you
I
know
don't
what?
know. You guys know this and that. Come on, man. Be real.
My
Be real
final
with the crowd.
in a championship game, I'm going to have St. John's versus Duke, and
You
I got
picking my Dookies to
St.
get your
John's
championship
and
game?
Rick Pitino's second year cutting down the nets only because they're in the Big East and they beat my team twice. That's why I'm going with St. John's.
Well, first of all, you
That's it.
going St. John's because you don't like my Dookies. That's what it is.
Well, no, I could have picked Florida like everybody else, but when everybody else picks somebody, that's usually not the team that wins.
Yeah, everybody
And
is
here's the
going Florida
here's
this
the
year.
thing: you also got to count in, injuries. You also got to count in depth, like
Yeah.
people's, benches.
Well, that's why Kentucky is vulnerable because Kentucky has lost 3 of their starters this year. 2 of them out for the year. One with a
Yeah,
broken.
like,
Their best player had a broken hand.
and you got to be able to play in a lot of games here down the
Yeah.
stretch. What? How many to the championship? Was it 5?
Yeah, man. 5 to win, 4 to get there.
And these ain't the same kind of games you've been playing. These games get for real.
Yeah, it slows down.
But
Also, I'm
but
being told the 6, 8, 4th grader is fake news. Stop helping spread the rumor. Stop helping spread the rumor. Fake news.
oh, when I find it, I'm gonna post it. I'll let y'all see. I think I saved it in my reel so I can post it on here at some point. Y'all can see it.
I'm being told that it's fake news,
He
man.
he might not have been 6'8". He might have been 6'4", but still.
That's still ridiculous. If you're 6 feet in the 4th grade, we got a problem.
First of all, if you're that tall, why are you playing on that team? You should be definitely playing up. I'm just saying. Like, I don't care. Dunking on dudes that are 2 feet tall, shorter than you ain't helping your game out at all.
That's not, yeah.
Trust me. I had a dude I had to guard that was 6'8" in 6th grade
Six
with a
eight in the 6th grade,
with a
man.
with a full beard.
Oh.
He had a full beard.
He ain't grow no more, huh?
He had a full, and I've been this height since 5th grade, 6th grade too. So I've been this height. I thought I was tall. The dude was. I
Y'all
was like,
ain't grow no
dang.
more, so y'all hit y'all height in the 6th grade and stopped
Yeah,
growing?
yeah. That's all. Sixth through 8th grade. No, 8th grade is when I finished growing.
So you went through whole high school and didn't grow no
This height.
more.
Nope.
That's embarrassing, man. Well, can you
Embarrassing.
imagine?
Who do
Like,
who do you want to
let's
blame?
just think about all of the people that pass you. you're in the 8th grade, you taller than them talking crap. Next
Yeah,
thing you know, they just
exactly.
pass you.
No, I got a friend that actually grew 6'8". He was my backup, and he just grew. He was 6'9", 6'9".
Dang.
Hey,
They coulda
it is
just
what it
gave you
is.
they coulda just gave you
Hey,
3 more inches, huh?
God, I was gonna say,
God God made you stop growing at 6'9", at 6'2"?
no, I said thank you.
Oh, man.
Because then at that time, everybody was shorter. So I just got my greatness out between the ages of fifth grade through the grades of fifth grade and eighth grade,
I got you.
or domination, I guess. Let's put it that way. And then
I
everybody
got you.
grew, and then I was the same size as everybody,
I grew in college. I grew 4 inches in college.
which was
My
crazy back
my
then because
freshman year. My
back
freshman year,
then,
I was 6'2" going off to school.
back then they don't teach everybody, if you ain't a guard or if you're big, you got to
Mhm.
play big. And I was like, I ain't
Yeah.
big. This
Yeah,
ain't my
and then
position.
also you 6'2", you're typically a big though, if you think about it, back then. Like, no everybody didn't grow 7 foot like they do now. Like, now you go pick them up at the grocery store almost. You just gotta make sure you get the right one.
Not by us.
You go to the South, it's in the water, you pick them up at the
Shoot.
grocery store, you just gotta make sure you get the one with the right and left foot. You can't get the one with 2 left foot, you're in trouble.
Hey, I am not recruiting kids, but I am. To be on the
Oh,
Guy Legal
man.
podcast just to talk
You
about.
already said you're going to Africa to get that Marcus Jr.
Uh, yeah, I told my wife this. She thinks I'm joking. She's like, I want a boy. I said, me too.
Alright,
6'4",
let's
African.
make let's start the process.
Hopefully, you got that money so you can go over to that OES for a little bit too.
What nah, you ain't getting them now. You ain't now you pushing it a little bit. Dang, at first we was talking about a sit. Well, first we was just talking about we want a 6'8" 4th grader. Now you talking about he gotta have money. You ain't gonna be able to adopt that one.
Oh man,
You ain't gonna be able to adopt that one. So you got St. John's and Duke, and you got Patino pulling it off in his
yeah.
second year at
Hey,
St.
wait,
John's.
where's
Second year at
what is
St.
Rich
John's.
what is Rich Pitino coach at? Which one? Which college? Are they in the same bracket? Is what I want to know.
I don't think they are.
Oh, that would have been tight that they actually had to play against each other.
Of course, that's what you want.
Hey, it's all about the storylines.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good storyline. Cooper Rush twisted his ankle, sat out the ACC tournament, came back, averaging 30 a game. That's the storyline.
Who?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush? You mean Flag?
I meant Cooper
I was
Flag.
like,
Flag.
what?
My bad.
I was like, Cooper
Cooper
Rush
Rush
playing
actually
back.
just got signed by
I was
somebody.
like, dang,
It just
you went from college to the NFL.
Cooper Rush just got picked up by somebody. It just popped up on my thing. That's
Yeah,
why I
I'm
said
like,
Rush.
dang.
Cooper Flag, man.
I was
Cooper
like, dang,
Flag.
he about to jump in for the. He still got eligibility.
Nah, Cooper Flag, man. What-
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's meant for him just to be done early in this tournament so he can get ready for the draft.
It's the best time of the year, man. The best time of the year. I know it's the worst time of the year for wives and girlfriends, and that's not into sports. But
Everybody likes the tournament. Everybody
it's
likes
the
the
best time
NCAA.
of the year. Well, everybody falsely fill out their bracket.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine's gonna say, "Hey, I'm betting this year. Two
Just
of them.
randomly.
I want
Just randomly.
two bracket. Hey, by
And
the
them
way, you guys can actually go out and fill out a bracket through Guy Lingual on ESPN. If you go on the Guy Lingual podcast, we will be having tournaments. We will be filling our own brackets out on there. I will have the link actually hosted onto the actual site here a little bit later. Once I actually
oh
put on,
shoot.
but I
Will
do
there
have it
be a
all set up.
prize?
I
Are
do
we
have it all
giving out
set up.
prizes? We're giving out
Yep.
prizes?
So we're giving out T-shirts in the women's and the men's bracket. So whoever wins the actual tournament with the most points and everything. So I'm going to be
Oh
giving out
shoot.
T-shirts for that.
We got a
So
sponsor, guys.
the code for the guys is capital M MAD, capital G guys, capital B ball 25, And
You're
then
gonna have to write that out, man.
yeah, I'll put it over in the chat once I get over there. But then for the girls, it's the same thing, but it's girls. Mad, capital M, girls, capital G, ball, capital B, 25. So that's the code to get in there, and you guys can all go in and put it in your brackets and who you guys decide you're gonna pick to win, and we'll see who's the winner out of that. But yeah, I got that set up today. As soon as I got it up, I had to go ahead. I haven't put my. If you go in there, you think I already got something set up. I don't have mine set up yet. So
Yeah, forward it to as many people as you can. One caveat though, they gotta subscribe to get the free T-shirt.
yes, please subscribe. And if you're not a subscriber, then I obviously know somebody just handed that to you to log in on over there. I'm gonna have to be like, what was my pick? You had to say who my pick was. That means
I
you
like
actually had
that.
to listen to this podcast to know who my pick was.
I like that idea. Like that idea. Well, you definitely gotta listen to this podcast to know who my pick is. Well, some people don't. If they know me, they know they ain't got to.
But yeah, that's what we got going on. That set up. We got the playing games on Wednesday for those few spots. Is it 4 games? 2 games?
Tuesday, Tuesday,
Tuesday and Wednesday, huh?
Tuesday, bro.
There's one each day or two each day.
Like, we got Tuesday, two each day.
Okay.
You got March 18th. You got San Diego State versus UNC. That game.
Who you got in
That's
that one?
11 seed game. And then you got you know what? I actually think UNC is going to pull. I actually think UNC is going to pull it off, and not only pull it off, but they're actually going to probably make it to the Sweet 16 because we're sitting here talking crap about them. I think they'll go in and win 2 games.
If they care about what I say, man, this is great. We're going to big places.
They
We're
care.
moving.
They care that much, man. No, but I do think that they can go in and pull it out. Like, I mean, what are they? They're in the South, right? Yeah, they're in that South region right now. So
North
they'll
Carolina's
they'll go play Ole Miss.
they're gonna lose this game, and then people are
They'll
gonna
go
say,
play Ole Miss.
"Why did they even get a chance?"
If they beat Ole Miss, they'll play Iowa State.
They're gonna lose this game to San Diego State. Is it San Diego State or UC San Diego?
And and here's the thing, San Diego State.
Oh, they're losing to San Diego State. Oh, they're
And here's the thing, Iowa State just lost their best player for the tournament. So 3 seed Iowa State is going to be without TJ Otzelberger.
Hey, health is very important at this
My
time of
bad.
the season.
Keyshawn Gilbert. Keyshawn Gilbert is out. He's also their
Hey,
leading
Mo
scorer.
be looking and his stats still be wrong.
He's their leading scorer. The Otzelberger's the coach. My bad.
Oh yeah,
Keish,
he is the coach.
yeah, Keyshawn Gilbert. He's out.
He that dude that
He's
be
their
lifting
leading
weights and stuff.
scorer. Yep, he's out. So that 3 seed becomes that much more vulnerable. Here's the thing: I may have to pick UNC now for real. While I'm sitting here talking,
I'm telling you, they're losing to San Diego State, so it
if
ain't
they
gonna be
get
so
by
bad.
San Diego State, they're gonna beat Ole Miss.
They're
If they
losing.
don't get by San Diego State,
They're gonna be talking about, dude, what's the name? Still keep his job. That's what they're
yeah,
gonna be talking about.
that's they always that's always the conversation now.
Hubert Davis, your job is in jeopardy. I'm looking for a job.
Oh well, Western Oregon has a job open.
I know. I told you about it.
Western Oregon, yeah, you did tell me about it.
Handy said he applied for it, so let's see if he get what goes with that. That's great. There
Kudos
should
to
be
him if he
there
gets
should
it.
be there should be more jobs opening. We're not going to go into those positioning talks at this moment.
Well, a lot of people send idle on it, but yeah, it's exciting.
What we got?
What about the girls' side? We talked about the boys' side. What about the girls' side? Who you got winning on the girls' side?
Is this even a question?
Are you picking South
You,
Carolina?
you can. It's UConn.
Are you really picking UConn?
Hey,
You
hey,
think Paige is gonna get it
Paige
done this year?
Buckets all day.
So you think
Hey,
she's gonna get it done this year?
you know what? She got screwed last year, and she had got hurt the year before, so she had to sit out. And then the
Well,
year
she
before, what's her name? Fudd was not available. So now they both better. They ready.
well, she she
This should have
announced
been a number one seed. So now you already know they mad.
she announced she's coming back next year.
She coming back? She must be getting
Yep,
paid.
she
She
announced
she,
it.
she getting
Well,
paid more in college than she is to go pro. That's what it
that's the
is.
thing. WNBA, right? Salary is only 180 grand,
Yeah,
and
she
they
getting
might actually
millions in NIL.
might be sitting out this year. They're in their collective bargaining right now.
Paige, holler at the Guy Lingo podcast. We'd like to talk to you on here. That'd be cool if you did. UConn all day.
So you picking UConn?
Yep. UConn against USC and Elite Eight.
What you? Oh, that's Elite Eight.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know.
Who else I got? Who I don't know. I don't know the brackets off the top of my
Don't
head.
don't sleep on South Carolina. I
Yeah.
know I know we might be tired of them winning, but
So you got UCLA in a different bracket. They're the number one overall seed.
UCLA is the
Here's
number
the
one
thing with
overall
girls.
seed.
With girls, it's usually ones and twos that usually make it, or within that range of a 1 to 4. You barely get
I was about to say
you
or ones and fours. Yeah.
you rarely get that double digit seed or one of those Cinderella teams.
Yep, that's true. But again, it's still more ones and fours, 1 to 4 though.
Yeah, yeah,
I
one to
can't
four.
because I think last year was a few 4 seats.
Yep. Uh, UConn was a 3.
Yeah, you rarely get the Cinderella upsets in the W and women's.
So who you got?
But you know what? I actually think this is going to be a year that Juju might get it done. I think Juju might get it done this year. South Carolina versus USC.
Oh, that's who you got in the championship, huh?
Yeah.
Who's on the same side as South Carolina?
So you talking about the 1 seat, Texas. And then you
Texas is
got
the 1 seed.
USC and
Texas
UCLA.
got Texas got blown out in the conference championship.
Yeah, they did. They did. They didn't show up at all in that conference championship, man.
Mm, who's the 2 seed in that division
Which one?
in the Texas?
TCU,
I'm taking TCU. I think their record is 30 and
Notre
30
Dame.
and 3.
Notre Dame's the 3 seed, and Ohio State's the 4.
But
So
here,
that
here,
I mean
here
that's a pretty hard division.
I know, but here's the thing with Notre Dame. Once they turned number one, they lost 3 out of the last 5 or 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, yeah. They're stumbling into the playoffs of March Madness, the tourney right
And then
now.
yeah, and they didn't win the tourney either.
Yeah, I actually think I'm gonna do a. For those of y'all that don't know, we're heading to Vegas for our annual. Now that basketball season is officially over for high school sports, we usually go to Vegas and kind of just hang out. Thanks for the class. Thanks for the clap. I actually think this is probably one of my more funner Vegas trips. And we usually go a few times a year, but this is probably my more funner one. The weather is sometimes crappy. Last year it was really bad. It was raining and stuff. But B, it's the one time that we actually sit and actually talk, right? Like we have a conversation about sports in general, but we actually watch a lot of basketball, which is pretty awesome together. And I swear the arguments in terms of who's right is just real. Um, but I think that's probably one of the best things. But I love going this time of year. It lets me reset myself mentally. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yes,
Spe-
yes,
Speaking
yes,
of
chat. It
Vegas,
is annual, year 3 in the making.
speaking of Vegas, what is one of your craziest stories in Vegas, Mel? That did include me because I'll tell my own story.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have one that didn't include you. That's the problem, right there. That's the problem right there. I don't have one that did not include you. If you really sit back and think about it, you know what? You know what? I take that back. I don't know when, but one time my entire life, I've drunk and I actually blinked out. One time my entire life, like, and I was drinking sake that day, which was crazy. I've never drunk sake a day in my life. But I was at a party, and let's just say I woke up the next day in my bed. Thank God.
Well, at least you woke up in your bed.
Oh man, yeah, they wheelchair me back to my room, but I will not do that again, ever, ever. I learned two things: A, know your limit, but B, don't try nothing new when you ain't at home. So,
That's
but
true
yeah,
too.
yeah, but sake when it goes down so smooth, like you don't even realize you're drinking. But it caught me.
I think I probably drank that one time, and that was over in
I,
Hawaii. I
I'll
ain't had
never
that.
do it again. Nope. That thing scares me
That
from
stuff.
to this
That's
day.
that stuff hit different.
Yeah, to this day it scares me. But again, know your limit, people.
But you ain't
But
getting
no,
roofied over no
I don't
day.
have a lot of. I mean, obviously, just all of my crazy stories are with you. What story you want to tell? You been in the bush? Because I think that may be the classic one. I don't care what stories we've been, but those bushes that I have yet to see
Well,
every
but
time
the bushes
e-
are still there.
we
And
drive by,
year 6, the bushes are still there. They have
we
not moved
drive by
outside the
every year.
MGM. Outside the MGM, they're still there.
We drive by every year, and them bushes. Boy, I swear that like you. What's crazy is you had this big old thing you have to
Yeah, so
climb
I think here's what happened.
before you can get up there in the bushes. So they can't just push you in there. You got to actually
Somebody had to.
climb.
I didn't climb in there. At least I might have blacked out. I didn't remember. But I do remember most of the story. So we're first of all, we aren't supposed to even be in Vegas. Um, but due to the fires, we take a long trip and we end up in Vegas. So we're there in Vegas and we're in the bar Hakkasan. I know we're in there.
Yep, my
And
speeding ticket.
I was over there getting a drink and there's this black dude that came up to me and said, "Hey man, can you help me out?" I said, "What's up, man? What do you need?" He goes, "Hey, I might need you to help me." I said, "Well, for what?" He goes, "I just might need you to help me." I said, "Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever, man." So I go and get my drink, and I'm drinking. And I came and told you, I was like, this black dude came up and asked me to help him out. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but he asked me to help him out. So I go and I'm drinking and drinking whatever. He come back and say, "Hey, man, I need you to help me." I go out to the thing. I said, "Nah, man, I ain't doing nothing. You got to deal with whatever you're talking about." And this is like as the bar was about to close. So y'all was coming out at the same time, but I came
Yep.
out earlier than y'all. The next thing you know, FBI and everybody popped out. And the dude starts getting into a fight with he had gotten into this fight to start. And he was like, "Man, you got my back." And I was like, "No, I don't got your back." He was like, "No, man, I need you." I was like, "No, I don't. I'm on vacation. I ain't got your back."
We pulled you away at that time, and we went over to the pizza place. I remember it like it was yesterday,
The
right? And then
FBI
you start.
came, everything. He said, "You got something to do with this?" I said, "I don't know that dude. I don't know what is happening." And Mo goes, "Who are you? Who are you talking to?" I was like, "I don't know the dude. Apparently, he was some undercover something. I don't know what happened." But all of a sudden, I don't know
You
why I
claim
decided to go.
nope, nope. Well, I know you claim you lost your credit cards. Remember that was in your pocket the next morning you woke up.
Yeah, so I go and look for credit cards, and they're not in there. So they won't let me back in the spot. So I'm all mad. So I remember um, uh, Jack had asked me something. He was like, whatever, but had mumble. I don't remember exactly what he asked me, but I was like, okay. So I just walked out the door. I literally walked out the door, turned the corner, and then 30, 45 minutes later, I'm waking, I'm getting up, and I'm like, where am I at? And I'm doing a live live call to my family on my what is it? Oh, whatever that app is, which I should never done. But this is happens when you are still drunk and you land in some bushes in Vegas. So I'm like mad because I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm in the bushes. And I look and see where I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. So I get up and I'm like, my wife's like, "Where are you at?" I'm like, oh dang, I'm across the street.
Staring at our hotel sign after you. Oh man, you know what? The I'm gonna
Oh
be honest. The old Marcus was funny as hell, but I don't miss it. I do not miss it. I'm glad the old Marcus is gone. Man, I'm telling you, it was like a puzzle. I just remember waking up the next morning, and again, I had just talked to you. Do I need to come back and get you? No, I'm walking to the hotel. Nothing about you were in the bushes.
oh man.
Oh man, I'll never forget that moment. And then we go back the next day looking for them bushes, and I promise y'all, chat, we ain't see no damn
So
bushes.
here's the thing: I couldn't feel my legs, so I was in the bushes in that little area over there. But I was like, I can't. She's like, stand up. I was like, I can't feel my legs. I cannot stand up. Like I can't stand up. And I was like, did somebody push me into these fucking bushes over here? And I realized I'm 3 feet off the ground.
I'll never forget that, man.
So I
Just
was like, did I somebody threw me up in there or what the hell? I have no idea. But I just know 30, 45 minutes later, I woke up out of the bushes.
I'll never forget
They
that,
probably thought I
man.
was just some homeless dude up in there.
And we had we were walking
And
everywhere looking for you.
Jackson came out behind me. I know
We
he
were
did.
walking we were walking everywhere looking for you. Because I we had literally like within 20 minutes of your wife calling me, we were walking around. We had just got back to the room. I said, maybe he went to the room. Got back there, you ain't got there. And once I saw that bed, I said, I'm out. Like I can't go no more. But man, I'll never forget that moment. I think
Shoot.
that would probably be the most
Knock on some
craziest
wood.
story.
Thank God for letting me wake up out of that bush. That wasn't some other random spot.
I'll, I'll never forget that moment, man. Never forget that
Good old
moment.
Vegas. Good old Vegas.
Now now it's now
Almost
it's a
missed my
lot
plane a
more
couple times.
now it's a lot more chilled now.
Well, I
Like
actually eat this time and I drink a lot of
yeah,
water. So
now it's
back
a lot
then
more
there
chilled.
was not a lot of eating.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh, Not
But
a lot of
yeah,
eating and not a lot of sleeping. That's definitely what happened back then.
looking forward to it though. We gotta put up. We need to all put about 25 in, $25, and do a good parlay.
I thought you were gonna say bet on black.
Everybody pick a team. Nah, I can't play roulette with y'all. Everybody pick a
What's
team. We just do a 5 team parlay on Thursday and a 5 team parlay Friday.
okay? Eric gets in the afternoon. DeMarcus gets in the afternoon. They might be on the same flight.
Yeah, if we just do them 5 team parlays, we'll be in good shape.
So if you're in Vegas, it'll be five guys lost in Vegas. Not lost. Maybe.
But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun now. Then basketball.
No one's gonna be fun is that it's actually gonna be 75 plus degrees. That's the fun part.
Oh,
Last
is that
year,
oh, is that gonna be the temperature?
oh, I've been looking every single day.
I,
Because last
I'll
year
I'll be
when I
the
looked
judge of that myself. I'll check Wednesday morning before I leave.
last year when I looked a week ahead of time, apparently the clouds they said, nah. And all I packed was shorts.
I'll never listen to you in weather again, man. Because it wasn't that last year. You was like, "Oh, it's gonna be 90." I packed shorts and tank
Oh
tops. Got there,
man.
man. I had to buy a jacket. That's how mad I was.
It was better than wearing the same hoodie every day.
And then you know what was crazy? You remember we were sitting there by the stadium eating, and they had the door open, and we sitting there just shaking and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Bro, why we ain't inside somewhere?"
No,
Oh man,
that's not fun. Vegas when
I
it
was
rains is not fun.
I was like, "Oh man, that's not." I mean, we was just sitting there at the restaurant. They had the doors wide open and stuff, and that wind was just chopping.
But it's supposed to be in the 70s, mid to uppers. So I'm banking on that. Pools will be open
Here I go. I do want to try that. I do want to try that pool that has that stadium pool. That'll be
at
pretty
Circa.
sweet. Cause then I can sit there and watch games all day
Ooh,
long.
that's a cool idea. Hey, Eric, you getting that rental? We got the ride. Otherwise, we Uber.
We should look into that because I would love to. That stadium pool would be pretty cool. That's only if the weather's permitted.
78 on Saturday, 76 on Friday.
I'll wait till Wednesday to check the weather. I ain't doing that this year again. Nah.
Well, here's the thing.
This is how bad it was. My wife was taking us to the airport,
Well, she-
right? Be- because Platinum decided he checked the weather the week before, so I packed based on his weather because I don't know how you guys are, but I'm a day of packer. I'm like a 2 hours before my flight type deal packer. I don't pack the night before.
Oh,
Like if
I'm
my
already
flight
packed.
leaves at
I already
5 a.m., I'm
just
up
packed
at
today.
3 a.m. packing. But like we going to the airport, right? And my wife was like, "It's gonna be cold there. I hope y'all pack." I've never seen Platinum face drop because he was like, "No, it's gonna be 90." She was like, "My phone said it's raining."
Oh
I've
man,
never seen your face drop so bad. You were like,
because
"Oh."
everything I had was not
It was
warm.
it was the most depressing moment in the car. It was all
I
quiet. The
I
rest
had to wear the same hoodie and sweatpants like every day.
Oh man, the rest of it. So one of the things I have learned, it does not matter where I travel moving forward. I'm always gonna travel in sweats and a hoodie.
Oh yeah,
That way I can always make sure I have some long sleeves. Because
that's what
after
I had.
last year, yeah, that was the first time I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wear shorts and I don't need a jacket." Oh man, that was a lie.
Why she make wait till you left to tell you?
Well, that that's a great question, man. She didn't
Like
even
you might want to change your clothes. You might want to put them clothes in here, Mo.
well, I think she don't even be paying attention because I pack so quick. That's the problem right there, right? Like because I'm just one of those type of people. Like, hey, I'm just gonna throw my shit in the bag. Whatever I ain't got, I'll just buy. So it's like
Oh, the only thing I have to keep buying is a belt.
that. Yeah, you and me both. So that should have probably been a moment where, yeah, she should have been watching what I was packing at that moment because I was just as mad in the car. I was like, this boy done got me packing all these damn shorts and stuff. It was so bad I even packed a pair of swim trunks. We ain't see the life of
I
Pooh.
did too.
Oh, and no, and you remember you even had me 2 days before to buy the pool pass. I ain't
Yes,
even
we
get a
got the pool
refund for
pass.
that
I
crap.
know. I know.
Ain't we didn't it was so we were
That
so mad.
that's
We
why I
were so
told
mad.
that's why
We
I
ain't
told
even go
him we're
get
gonna
it.
wait. We're gonna
We
wait
ain't
and
even
buy it
go get
there.
it. They ain't even refund me. I just thought about that.
We're gonna wait and buy it there. That's what's
Oh
happening.
man, that was yeah, that was brutal. Oh, we ain't doing that no more. That was man,
We were
70s
also
is
there for
better.
St. Patrick's Day, so
We were there St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow.
happy St. Patty's Day for those that
Yep,
celebrate
yep.
it.
Hats off to my Irish. According to our president, St. Patrick's Day has been canceled. But hats off to the Irish.
He just canceled everybody holiday. I don't even. I
Everybody,
was about to say something, but I don't even want to go there because I.
don't go too deep. You can keep it PG.
It's just wow. Like if y'all don't think Trump is black, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like this dude is
Hey,
just literally coming in and just
hood.
not giving a f about nothing.
What's our son? Hood, man.
Like he said, you know what, South Africa, we'll fight you, we'll fight you, we'll fight you, and you, we'll fight you, we'll fight you
Yep,
too. Like
yep,
like
yep,
that's what you trying to say. Like we don't care if you don't
yeah.
tell us, we will
we
fight you.
yeah, we'll throw 300% on you.
But
You
listen,
too.
before I fight you, I want to see if you want to be friends first. You got to do what I say.
It's impressive,
I'm
man.
like, man, you're just putting everybody's life in jeopardy.
Man.
See, that's one dude playing with everybody's life right now. Y'all
Hey,
don't even know that.
it's pretty entertaining though. I mean, it's very
Hey,
entertaining.
let them
Like,
put them tariffs on that alcohol and all that stuff. See how many people be getting
hey,
mad.
hey, once I saw them tariffs on that
Two
Canadian
hundred
whiskey.
percent. Y'all said
Hey,
you ain't getting no more Grey Goose.
once I saw that, hey, I ain't worried about that. That's coming from France.
He charging them too. He charging everybody.
Hey, when I saw that Canadian whiskey at I said, "Dang, my boy don't drink Canadian whiskey no more."
Oh yeah, that was a cheap. That was the Canadian Mist. Ooh,
Oh man,
no.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
the good thing about this stuff is whiskey is made here in America, so I can
But
always get some whiskey.
but you know what though? It doesn't matter how much tariffs you put on it. People
It's
ain't gonna
gonna,
stop drinking. They
well,
still
it's
gonna
gonna raise the
buy it.
price.
They're gonna complain, but they're gonna buy it. That's the one thing that get people through these days, man.
Gas went up. They complained. They still drove.
Yep, yep. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether it goes up or down. Hell, eggs up, and I'm complaining every week.
Dang, I just egged the house the other day too.
I
hundred
don't know
thousand
what
dollars
you're
worth of
doing that
eggs.
for, boy. 'Cause boy, that's like $2 an egg right now, boy. I will not be getting rid of no egg.
People were scraping the eggs off the house and they was cooking them.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, nah,
The stuff we
every
used to do back in the day that was cheap now cost you an arm and a leg.
yeah,
Toilet paper and eggs.
I used to get toilet paper finna go up because we get the wood comes from Canada.
Oh no, the wood come from right here. We're in the state of
Nope,
woods.
not the toilet paper wood.
Oh,
Comes
it's
from
different.
Canada.
It was different wood for toilet paper. See,
Based
I
on
didn't
what
know
I
that.
saw based on what I saw from Costco today.
That ain't Costco. They get their wood from Canada.
I guess
Their
they
their
do.
their,
Their
their
toilet
toilet
paper
paper.
their toilet paper wood's made from Canada.
See, that's why they can copy that Grey Goose in the
So
Kirkland brand.
so it'll go up another 7%. It'll go up another $7. I think right
Oh
now it's
man,
20, it'll
Costco,
go to
you
27.
about to lose my membership? Nah, you ain't, because I can return all my stuff. Uh,
Man,
I'm about to
hey,
return. Now that you said that, I'm about to return stuff over to Costco tomorrow.
I ain't returning nothing there.
And I said, can you put that extra 200% tariffs on this when I return it? Give me one more.
Return, hey, you return it for the price that you bought it for. Then the next thing you know, you buy it for a higher price.
Yep. I'm like, no, go ahead and add that on the tariffs. Add that on there on my money back.
The chat said Crown is Canadian. I don't drink Crown.
I will drink it, but if
Yeah,
it's gonna be extra, no.
yeah, I do think that people are gonna go bizarre on toilet paper again. But once they hear
Here,
that the prices are gonna go
here's
up,
what I don't understand. Like you're in a crisis and you gotta use the bathroom more. Or I don't understand why people go and buy toilet paper.
I'm still trying to
And here's
process
another thing I got
both.
a question for you. Eggs are expensive, but I can still buy chicken for the same price.
Yeah, that I here's the thing. I think the chicken, but the chickens that had the bird flu was the chickens that lay the eggs. That you don't kill them to eat.
Oh, you got certain chickens.
I think they got certain chickens
Man,
that lay eggs versus you kill and cook.
wow.
But
Man,
I
that's
do
the
think
that's like being born rich and poor almost.
almost pretty much
Like
you got
dang man,
the
you don't get to just lay the eggs and kick it till you die. You're the mug that get to be
yeah
fried up and be
yeah.
at
So
KFC next week.
you got the crackhead chickens that we eat, Popeyes, KFC, deep fried.
Well, Popeye's chickens keep getting smaller, so I don't know what they be doing. They
Or
obviously ain't been steroiding their chicken.
they're experimenting right now.
I don't know what they doing. Here's what I just found out. If you've been to Costco, those strawberries are like this big. Like I ain't seen a strawberry the size of an apple in my lifetime.
Are they that big? I don't know.
I'm
I
gonna have
don't
to
get
take a
it.
picture and put on here. These straw
I
like
don't get invited to
these gotta be made in a lab.
I don't get invited to Costco. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
Get
you.
invited. What
Let,
the
let me tell you how my weekend's been. How crazy my weekend's been. Right. Like now that basketball season's over, it really is slow. Right. Like I really had nothing to do this weekend.
so,
So I
so you
got
went
out
to
of church
Costco?
today. I got out of church. I came home. I'm sitting there watching the basketball games. Right. So my wife, she stays second service because she does jihad where she works with the youth and stuff. So she calls me. She's like, "I'm at Costco." I ain't never say you could have invited me. I was like, "Well, you could have invited me. I'm just sitting here doing nothing." I ain't never in my life asked her to go to the grocery
That's
store
probably
with
what
her.
she said. You ain't never asked me to go.
And she was like, "Oh, well, I
You need
just thought
something to
I'd just
do.
come." She was like, "I just thought I'd come right out the church." That just shows you how my weekend is, man. I can't take too many of these weekends. Luckily, the next few I'm out of town.
I go to Costco on purpose just to walk around and get some free samples.
I'm probably gonna get to that point because I didn't realize how much time I have available
And then
today.
I see if they got a new model of anything I got in my house so I can return what I got and get it brand new.
Huh?
That's why I love Costco.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's why their stuff is the same price. You pay they get the money off your membership. They don't get the money off the stuff they sell. They don't even
Oh,
mark that stuff up.
100% because we get it at wholesale.
Yeah. They're like, here, come on in here anyway. I just
Yeah,
want you
my
to I just want you to pay that $99.
well, you get their credit card. You don't have to pay that
I,
$99.
I ain't rich.
I said you get the credit card. You ain't got to be rich to get the
Yeah.
credit card, bro.
They don't give me one. That's
I
one
ain't
thing they
even
do. Here's
I
what's
ain't even
crazy.
gonna get into the why.
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
get
know
into the
why.
why.
My wife can't even figure out why. I have a 750 credit score
There
and I have nothing on my credit.
there's no fee for the brackets, FYI, chat. There's no fee.
Not in that one, but we can do it. We can do a fee one. I could set up
No,
another one. Ten
there's no
dollars.
fee for the Galingo bracket,
$10.
but we will take donations if
We,
you
can-
want to
we,
contribute to our T-shirt contribution.
I ain't joking. I still might start that GoFundMe. I'm trying to get this media off the ground. I'm just a po dad.
In today's world. But
Just a
yeah,
po
there's no
dad.
fee for the brackets. We'll post it, share it with everybody. Let's see how many people we can get on there.
I'm on ESPN. Where we at? I wish it was just an easy thing just to send, but it's a big old long ass written out stuff.
No, you can create. No, you can once you create it, you can rename it.
No, this is the link that it gave me.
Oh, but what I'm saying, once you create ours, you can create your own link. You know that, right? Just call it Galingo brackets.
No, I already got it's the Galingo podcast is the bracket name, and I gave out the code, the passcode to log in, but I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. Click, click. What else we got going on? It's been all about hoops tonight. I mean, you guys don't know how excited I am for this time of year, especially the first weekend of March Madness. It kind of dies down after that, and I'm gonna get the best out of it this next weekend because I'm out of town the next 2 weekends, so I'm not gonna be able to watch a lot of basketball at that point. But I think it's pretty awesome. My wife let me not be here for her birthday. So
That's very awesome. Thank you,
yeah,
wife.
yeah. Shout out to her.
Shout out
Definitely
to all the wives.
Definitely have to shout out to her on that one because um, that doesn't happen often. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
doesn't
Maybe
happen
she feel
often.
like she's getting old because she ain't really celebrated her month like she usually do.
You know what the funny thing about it is? My wife said the same thing. She goes, "Is it?" She usually celebrates the whole month.
Yeah,
I said, "Well, maybe she just decided to take it a little less this
yeah.
month."
I mean, or maybe there's something that I'm gonna blow up that I'm not aware of.
Oh, by the way, we're taking back-to-back trips.
We already are, man.
You
We
didn't
got
know
my
that,
we
but
got my sister 50th birthday. I mean, I
hey,
come back from Vegas Monday.
happy 50th, big
Yeah,
sis.
yeah. We got my sister 50th
I'm right
birthday coming
behind
up
you.
in April.
Hey guys, I figured out the chat. Look at that. I'm putting stuff in there, kind of a bit horrible.
Yeah, I see the chat. I see the chat. You click on those brackets, share them with people, get free merch from us.
Cheeto
O-
person.
Only if you win. Only if you win.
Watch out now, Mo. What's he watching out for? Oh, you got look at this. You see how my background little glistens? I got a little air blowing in the background. It's all about the effects, Mo. It's
It's
all
all
about the
about.
effects.
Did you put anything new on your background today?
Oh, yes, actually.
What you put? I like
Uh,
the
I got the Smurf. I
you
got
put
this.
the
Hey, shout out to Claw City and Tiger. Big shout out. Went there for my daughter's birthday, early birthday celebration because I'm in Vegas for her actual birthday. So shout out to my daughter for allowing me to celebrate her birthday early and go kick it with the friends. So love her for that. I got 4 teenagers. But Claw City right here, we go and you get how you got to grab all those stuffed animals. So I spent like a lot of money on a lot of stuffed animals. But I got my Smurf, Madagascar.
this
That's the
guy.
lion. That's my lion. Hey, I was killing them. The Martian, one of my favorite, man. It's my favorite. Tasmanian Devil. Yum 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 yum. Yep.
Well, I ain't got no damn stuffed animals.
Speaking of cartoons, like what was your favorite cartoon, Mo, when you were little?
It
You
depends on the day of the week. The
you had to
Flint.
have okay. Give me your top four. You had to
Yep.
have four you watched.
Yep. The Flintstones.
Flintstones was good.
Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Um, it really did depend because as I got older, I got into like Power Rangers.
Hey
That was
AJ.
that was like one of my good ones. Um, the Road Runners. Love the Road
Oh,
Runner,
with the
bro.
coyote?
Yeah, man.
Wiley. Good old
Yeah,
Wiley.
yeah. Love the Road Runners, but
Looney Tunes. I was a big Looney Tunes. So that gives you Bugs, that
yeah,
gives
you
you
could have
Daffy
watched
Duck.
all of them. Yeah, you could have watched all of the Looney Tunes and stuff. Beetlejuice, that's a white person thing. I went into no Beetlejuice chat.
Beetlejuice for a cartoon.
That's what she said.
I mean, yeah, I remember it came out, but nah.
Nah,
You know what my favorite cartoons? He-Man, Fat
He-Man was there.
Albert. You know He-Man's coming out with the movie.
I can't believe she said Beetlejuice.
I don't know that woman. Um, Fat Albert. Who else did I like to watch? Inspector Gadget.
Yep, Inspector Gadget was good.
Yeah, and then Heathcliff. I was a big Heathcliff fan. Heathcliff,
I,
Heathcliff, no
yeah,
one
I
good
wasn't into Heathcliff.
terrorizing your
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I watched a little bit of it, but I don't know. It really depends on my age because I changed. But the Flintstones was something
The Flintstones was good.
I always watch. I
Uh,
couldn't like from
Scooby. Oh fuck, fool!
Scooby
Damn, I
Doo.
forgot my Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo,
Scooby Doo.
yeah, man.
Always, every day.
Hey, Scooby Doo was always the hero. That was everybody's hero.
The mystery van was the best. And the funny thing about it is when you get older and you realize what it was, you're like, no wonder. No wonder. No wonder they chase ghosts.
Oh man, yeah, Scooby Doo was good.
They always ate them snacks.
Yeah, I got into Ghostbuster a little bit, but not a lot. Man, let me and so again back to my boring weekend. I'm telling you guys, I had a boring weekend. So I was watching a movie, and I'm
Mo,
kind
you
of
spent it with me 2 nights. So how was that?
but that was at nights watching basketball. But again, I was home, right?
I'm just messing with you.
Had had we did spend the last 2 nights going to the games. I guess there was some excitement, but man, I don't know. Maybe I just spent so much time at home over a weekend that I kind of broke and shattered everything. I haven't been home a whole weekend like this, so it's kind of tripping a little bit. But
You could have pretended like you were doing something and watched some film.
maybe no, because then I would start getting mad. I still haven't watched that final game yet. Um, yeah, no, I don't need to do that because I start doing that
I
mess.
totally forgot about Pink Panther. I actually had a Pink Panther bed set.
Mm, Pink Panther was a good one.
I did have a Pink Panther bed set.
That was a good one. Um, dang, I got caught. Yeah, Ninja
What's that?
Turtles was good.
You remember the Jets? You get the
Uh,
Jetsons?
the Jetsons was awesome, but Ninja Turtles was good. I'm a Donatello person, by the way.
Is that purple?
Donatello's purple.
No, Donatello's blue. He had the
No,
stick.
Donatello's purple, bro.
I swear Donatello's blue. What about
No,
is Raphael red?
Raphael's red.
And he had the swords?
Yep, Leonardo was
Green?
green, I think.
The one that always totally dude, yeah. Orange one.
Yeah, Donatello was purple, bro.
Master Splinter.
But I was watching this back to me. I was watching this movie, bro. You know, in 20 y- they made a movie off of that GameStop stock that
Minecraft?
that blew up. No, GameStop,
Oh, the
GameStop.
stock.
Yeah, that stock. I guess it blew up in
The
like
fake stock.
2021. Yeah,
Yeah, the fake stock.
they made a movie out
I
of
already
it.
watched it.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It was the first
You
time I
trying to
watched.
get some stock up?
Well, first of all, we gotta start looking in the market, man. Because if I knew that dude back then, I probably would have invested a little bit.
In the fake stock to get the money and then get out?
It wasn't fake, bro. It was the whole hedge fund
I
stuff.
know they blew up a stock that wasn't a real stock and made it blow up so they could take all them people's money that invested in it.
Well, they blew it up so that the rich
Yeah,
people wouldn't make
correct.
GameStop shut down, which was actually pretty impressive.
Well,
Like I enjoyed it. I was like, "Ooh,
you
what's the
get
next
Guylingo stock.
what's the
Go ahead and
next
go ahead
best
and
stock,
invest,
man?
invest in
What's the
that.
next best stock?" Sometimes $1,000 get
Well,
us in.
shit. The way the economy going, I don't know because stuff is going up and down. You might want to wait till next year.
Yeah.
That's why I took my car off the market.
Well,
Man,
you wanna buy it when it's down now
yeah,
and
I
hope
know.
that it
That's why
go up.
I'm hoping everything goes down so I can get some.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
my work.
luckily, I got my stock in like this little oil company that I invested in back in COVID. Yeah, that's the only thing
Hey,
that's making me money. And when I say
what
my money,
Well, hang on.
I'm
Well,
not
hang
talking.
on, because I heard somebody say we finna drill, baby, drill.
Hey, when I say money, I ain't talking like thousands. This is like just hundreds.
Hey, by the way,
You got to have money to invest into stuff. So I took a little money and invested it.
you see my big bottle of Grey Goose back there, by the way. So I'm not too
You better,
concerned for
hey, you're gonna be able to sell that on the
the tariff.
market.
I'm
You're gonna be able
I'm
to sell that on the market here
I'm
real
selling
soon.
I'm selling $8 a shot. I mail it to you.
Hey, that's still gonna be like that eight whatever that tequila stuff is 1952,
Well, tequila's about
1942.
to go up too.
I know I probably said it wrong.
Yep,
And you're a bartender.
that's what happens.
I'm not a rich one.
Leonardo is blue. Thank you. Michelangelo is orange.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Raphael is red, and once again, Donatello was
Oh,
purple.
you
I
know
knew
what else
that.
I forgot?
What?
Transformers. What the hell?
No, I ain't.
You know, I
I
was
ain't
so
get into
poor.
Transformer as a kid. I got into more of the movies. I wasn't big into
Oh,
the cartoons, man.
and the original Transformers in the cartoons.
Hey, stop screwing up stuff because I think we hit the good ones, man. I mean, we hit
No,
Inspector
Transformers
Gadget,
was a
we
good
hit
one.
Pink Panther,
I'd
the
watch GI
Flintstones,
Joes
the
and
Flintstones.
Transformers,
The Flintstones was the shit though.
and I had a lot of GI Joes and Transformers. No, I didn't. I was broke, so I had the GoBots.
You would be that type of guy.
So my neighbor across the street, this white kid named Dennis. He had all the Transformers. I had all the GoBots. The GoBots was the lower brand of the Transformers. So I'd always go over to his house and play because he had all the Transformers you watch on TV. I'd be like, dang, you got Optimus Prime? Dang, you got this one? You got this one? He had them all. I'd be over there all day. I'd be like, you coming home? Yep.
It's always good to have that type of friend. I hear you,
Yep. I was
man.
like, unless you want to play GoBots, we playing Transformers. He's like, no, you can leave yours at home. I'll be like, cool.
Time flies when we on here. We're at 8:32. Well,
Dang, we went over? Oh, wow.
people, next week we are in Vegas.
Live from Vegas.
We are gonna try. We are gonna
What about
try
y'all for?
and be on here.
I'm bringing all the
Um,
stuff, so
that's the
I'm gonna
plan.
try to. I'm not gonna have the background though.
I'm
Background
packing
gonna
up
be
too.
better.
Packing up. We're going to Sin City. We'll see you guys there next week.
Thank y'all for listening in. Got Legal
Here's to another
Podcast.
week.
Another week, another dime, another dollar in
Have a
Vegas.
have a great week, everybody.
Cheers.